You my pawn.
Don't have cousins.
Don't have cousins. Like you can control that. Yeah.
They'll hurt you.
Don't have cousins
don't
like a
claim
kid.
them.
Don't have cousins.
Just don't claim them.
Nah, there's real people out there ain't claiming their folk, man. I feel sorry for them because I'm glad I got my cousin.
But you got cousins that you don't claim.
Who?
I know it's some.
Ain't no cousin I don't claim for real.
Really?
You said to me, 'cause I do.
Oh, you don't claim some cousins?
A lot of people in the place I'm supposed to be related to. I don't be.
I ain't talking like that, but I gotta know. You gotta be at the family reunion for me.
Oh,
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right, if I don't
But
know,
even
I gotta grow up
but
and
you
see
know
that
when your
you was
family
there,
always
bro.
say that y'all cousins.
Yeah, I gotta grow up and see that you
It's
was
a
there.
cousin that you know that so your
Yeah,
parents
you just
always
become
say
my
that's your cousin, but you ain't
wasn't
never.
part of that
You ain't never
process.
seen your
You ain't never owned
And you know
it.
what? When you seen it, it was probably a baby. So your mom like, you don't remember Keisha now?
No, I don't
No.
You used to play.
I
Keisha
was
should
a
remember
child.
me.
What? Right. Keisha don't remember me.
She looking past me.
Like, what?
Come
No,
on.
I don't remember all them people.
Let me get that.
You know them folk like that.
If I grew up with you,
That
I
line
claimed you. If I
good,
I'm
didn't,
telling you, I grew up with you. I knew you, claimed
No, I
you, played
didn't
with you,
talk.
whatever.
And
Even if
you
you were
saw
older than us, we knew who was older and who was our cousin.
yeah. But it's just a lot of people I don't keep up with.
Right.
It be a lot.
But at the same time, that might be a good thing because that might be more drama. It might be a good thing that you don't keep up with all your cousins because it might be drama.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
added
they
into
say.
your
You know
life.
what you got in your life.
And you be like, dang, I'm upset that I met you. I'm over here trying to meet all my cousins and I done welcome you in and you done stole $50.
What?
No, hold up.
Yeah.
I
It's
can
like
imagine
that. It's
it
hard
being
out
like
in the
that.
streets.
I can imagine it being like
It be
that.
like that.
Yeah. People be out here all bad intentions, but that's
What
your
if y'all
cousin.
had? Okay, what if this happened to y'all? Like, okay, so if you had,
You messing up without the goggles?
right? What's not going? No, if you had, let's say you had like a long lost cousin, and of course you didn't know you had a long lost cousin, but the cousin reached out to you, and they like, what if it was me? Okay, and like. They was like, pretty much, my mom. Listen. My mom had an abortion. I mean, had set me up for adoption years ago. I'm trying to see if you my cousin. Like they reached out to one of y'all.
Yeah.
What would y'all do? Would you bring it back up? Because obviously I haven't brought it up in this many years.
Yeah.
So you gonna bring it up, try to help them see if they are family, or you gonna respect my boundaries and be like?
That's a good question.
You asked me what would I do?
If the child reached out to you, and let's say it was me, I was the parent who gave my child up for adoption long ago. And they reached out,
and your daughter,
found you on Facebook or something, and they like, hey, I think I'm part of your family. My mom sent me up for adoption way when I was this years old.
And I'm like, who is your mom? Who's all that?
Right, and they say it's me. What if they say it's me though?
Yeah.
And
What
I'm
you gonna?
I'm gonna ask you first.
Oh, so you gonna respect my boundaries? You gonna see what I'm?
I'm gonna ask you first and be like, yo, hey, cuz you like. But the way I ask, you gonna me and you, we know we got a relationship like that. I'm gonna tell you straight up what's up. And I be like, oh, okay.
But
know,
if I
and I'm gonna let you know, like, if she hit me up,
you will leave it alone. You
I'm
won't
gonna
feel
respect.
guilty?
No, I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you what you want me to respond, and then I'm gonna stay in my lane. Cause whatever you got going on, some stuff I don't need to know.
What would you do, Janae? Cause you social work. Well, you know
that's the first thing that in my
right.
mind.
So what you gonna do?
Cause it's different when it's you.
It is different. Like, we have a
can do it on the job.
relationship with you. So I feel like if you did give your child up for adoption, we would know why you did it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I will let you
Maybe.
know.
What was in high school?
Right. If it was in high school and you did it, and
You
you never
would've
brought it up. This is what I would do. This is what I honestly do.
You got caught.
This is what I would ask the person. I'd be like, okay, you said your mama's who? Like, do you have any proof? Because I need to see like how you know that's your mama. And then if she could provide me with that proof, then I'm gonna tell you.
That's when I approach you.
Like I'm gonna actually ask you and have a conversation and be like,
it.
hey, you had a kid back in such and such?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And if you tell me the story and why things went the way they went, you will tell me if you want to let that person in. But if I'm still talking to them and they show me all this information, they be like, yeah, can you relink us? Let me talk to your mom first, and then I'll get back with you.
So you respect the
Yeah, I'll get back
with you. You doing the same thing I'm doing.
Yeah, I get back with you. But if you tell me you don't want no parts,
I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, I'm gonna be cool with them because you fucked up.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. No, for real. If it was one of y'all, I'm like,
you gonna be cool with them if they fuck. If I messed up, then by all means you got the right.
But that's y'all family.
Yeah.
Like that would be my family, and yeah, you couldn't take care of them at the time, but they out here looking for people they relate.
That time, but every
like
family,
I would try
family
to, but I know they come with a lot of trauma too. Like I don't know what they went through in life, so it would take me to actually like build a relationship with them. So, but I wouldn't disconnect myself with them because you don't want no parts involved. Right. I would still try to give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, hey.
Like you said, they was adopted by G, so how they was raised was not how we raised.
Right, and you probably just weren't ready to be a parent because you was young and all of that stuff going on, and you don't know how to probably like face it. You don't know how to face it yet. So I'll go ahead and build this relationship, and then that might actually like encourage you to want to meet them for yourself and tell them what's going on. Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't like disconnect them from like the whole family. No, you can still meet me. If other cousins want to meet you, you
gotta go through me first, and if I can trust you, then I'll let them know.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah. Like you gotta go through me.
So if it was
if I build the trust up and I'm like, oh, you good people. Okay, let me bring Ladarius in and such in, and you know, I would have a feeling that just doing that would encourage you to want to see your own
Would you,
kids.
if it was you,
But
would
if
you
not,
feel
then
disrespected? Like I'm imagining if I was a parent though, and
that's a different shoe.
Y'all, that's
a different.
No, but y'all can ask me that question.
But see, I probably would have already asked you if it was okay to keep in contact with them.
Well, I said no.
If you said no, I'd be like, man, that's messed up.
I'm conflicted.
That would be so messed up, but I would respect it because it's you. But I was still like, if I got the Instagram, I'm checking on the next.
Right, yeah.
You know, I'm still doing stuff on the side. It's just without you knowing. But I would never like overstep or be like, oh, let's go out to eat when your mama told me not to hang out with you. I would still check on your Instagram. I would check on your Instagram, make sure you good. Be like, okay. What you do?
Cut them off.
You cut them off?
Cut them off.
You gonna make sure you hang out and all that stuff?
I don't care if your mama don't like it or not. Because your ass was wrong. Your ass was wrong. Yeah. They don't care.
Yeah.
When you wrong. Come on.
Right.
Come on. Come on. Now you may be the awkward one right now, but it's gonna take time. And then let them have another baby. They'll be all right. You'll be all right.
And then I think about this too. Like you never know what's gonna happen in that child's life. You know what I'm saying? Like God could bless them with like $1 billion. And we stopped connecting with them because you told us to.
Right.
And it's like, you could have been rich too. Yeah, you might be missing out on your blessing. They probably wanted to bless their mom who, you know, now they realize. Because there's some people out here. Yeah, they wanted to know the story. Now they understand, like, okay, you really did have to get
through some stuff.
You had to go through some stuff. But on the other side, it could be flipped and reversed. They could probably take everything you got.
Right.
Because they feel like you owe them that. So
they ready to demolish you because way and stuff.
Yes,
that's why I said you gotta get to know them first.
You do. You gotta build a relationship. But I would at least try if it's okay with you.
I'm imagining that, like, we got some cousins that, and that's not necessarily deadbeats, but that they don't necessarily take care of their kids like they supposed to.
Everybody got that.
So I'm just imagining like that could happen. Like kids could reach out, like, hey, I think you might.
I mean, nowadays they gonna know, but nowadays they're gonna be like, F you.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, you went there from the start.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm making it without you.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk to you.
But people be saying once they have kids, you know, they want them to get to know their other family members. Yeah. I could imagine that.
Started off,
but you know what's crazy?
I'll be talking to my cousins.
I like this cousin. I didn't grow up with her, but I went to Oklahoma because we'll go to Oklahoma like every other year. That's my dad's side of the family. And when we were out there, I met a lot of new cousins, right? As a kid, when you play with them, you taking pictures. Back then, we didn't have cell phones, so there's really no way for me to connect you but through the house phone. So I was doing that, but I wasn't doing it like often or consistent. So we kind of grew out of touch, you know. But then now when Twitter came up, I found her, and I'm like, dang, that's my cousin. Like, I seen, you know, even though it was a family reunion, it was just like, we had something.
Right, yeah.
So I tried to, you know, talk, say, hey, you know, I'm such and such granddaughter. You remember me and nothing? She didn't remember me at all. But she didn't try to build that relationship with me either.
Was she adopted or something?
She wasn't adopted. I told her who my people were, and she told me who hers were. She was like, yeah, I know your grandma, but I don't remember you as a kid. And, like, that was the end of the conversation.
Dang.
Like, that was it. She didn't want to build no relationship, like, nothing. Just, okay.
Right.
Yep, so.
Dang. I'm trying to think if that happened to me and one of my cousins reached out, would I respond? Like,
no, I respond to all mine.
I would respond.
But then I know my cousins, though. I ain't even gonna play that. You my cousin.
If I didn't remember you, but you're talking about you remember me, that might make me a bit standoffish.
Well, you gonna tell me
because you're talking about a time that I remember being there, but I don't remember you. That would make me feel like, why don't I remember? Like, is this true? I don't know. Let me just.
Yeah. And see, I was mentioning like where the reunion was.
Yeah,
like, like our family owns that property where we were at. So I was like, oh yeah, we was at Tatum, and I didn't have any pictures, so I could show her we were together. But at the same time, I had to put myself in her shoes. I would, like, if a cousin reached out to me, which happened, and when I was at FAMU, I ran into a cousin from years ago. Yeah. And we kind of tried to build that friendship. Like, it wasn't, like, close. Right. But I recognize you, you recognize me. You know what I'm saying? And we still follow each other on social media and stuff like that to this day. But, yeah, the other girl, it was kind of like, I don't remember you. That's it. Right. So, I don't know. People weird. But I'm happy that I reached out, though.
Girls different, though, with their trust level now. Y'all different with your trust level.
All right, maybe it was just that for her, like, okay. But, you know.
It was probably like, okay, well, we could.
And y'all different with y'all trust level, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't. Who is this?
Who is this? But see, that's why you get to know somebody, because this is the thing. You never know who you're going to come across. Yeah. And so what happens if I one day, you know, actually have good things going on for myself, and now she reaching out to me like, remember when you reached back to me on Twitter?
That's how long she'll take it.
Now